the big rock. Yay! Gonna tidy up? What do you reckon? Now when it comes to tool use, generally we think of humans and other... Yes, you're making more of a mess. We think of humans and other primates. So seeing her achieve her goal today is pretty exciting. And after witnessing that, perhaps you've got a lot more in common with these birds than we may have otherwise thought. So whether it be that kite or that buzzard, both those birds are looking for their food during the day. But as night falls, we start to look to other animals like the owls. Now one owl on its own can take down around 1,000 mice, and a breeding pair together can take down 3,000 more. So it does make them one of the better neighbours you could hope for. When we are talking about those owls though, they have a number of adaptations to help them out. They've got keen eyesight, but their prey may still not always be visible to them. So they're going to rely on either their amazing hearing or their silent flight. I'm going to get you to use your hearing though, and see if you can hear anything at all as our barn owl Wraith flies around today. We'll give him a second. He's just up waiting in the wings. He's thinking about it though. Here he comes.
So silent.
So this is a Wraith, our barn owl. Barn owls are one of the owls more commonly found close to people. So regardless of where you are, even if it is your very own backyard, I would encourage you to just pause, take a little bit of time to look up, but you may be able to see a bird like Wraith flying past. He's going to make his way up with Becky today.
Where's Becky? Oh, Becky's up here.
It is a waiting game when you're a barn owl. They're an ambush hunter, so generally, even out in the fields and farms, they're going to sit on different perches, maybe the palings of different fences. They're looking for those mice. And when they find something they want, that's when they'll launch from that area. The other thing you might notice is he moves his head from side to side, just like that. That's part of how he focuses. That's going to enable him to get to Becky with accuracy. There you go.
No.
Our interest in owls, it does go beyond their role in nature. Their mysterious appeal, it can be appreciated by many cultures all over the world. They've represented things like wisdom, helpfulness, even thought to have the powers of prophecy, while other cultures have viewed them as an omen of death.
That's exactly right. What do you reckon, Champ? You gonna make him over this way?
Look how cute he looks.
Thinking about it.
He's having a look on
Looking. Matanya itu ya, Didi ya.
to the Sydney Harbour.
Didi, eyesight
You can
itu
hear
ya.
the music coming off the harbour. It's a little bit warmer today as well. So you can probably appreciate when it's a bit warm,
You can
you might
hear
want to be a
from
little
the
bit more
harbor.
inactive.
So far.
And here he comes.
Wow!
What a silent.
Well done, Champ.
Yes, that's how he gets the his prey.
I'm just going to pop him up here behind you,
It's very
sir.
quiet, so they won't
Now do
know.
take care, for you are in the splash zone. So if I were you, if you decide to look up, keep your mouth closed. Now Becky talked about how they are linked to different cultures around the globe. For me, I love it because they're linked to different myths and legends. He gets his name Wraith, but his sister Banshee refers to the wailing spirits from Ireland.
Barn owls, they aren't the only birds around the world to have inspired legends. The ancient Incans in Peru, well, they believed that the sun, it was too heavy to lift itself into the sky every day, and it needed a lot of help. And that help, well, it came on the wings of one of the largest flying birds in the world.
That's exactly right. The birds that Becky is referring to is a type of vulture. Here in Australia, we don't have any vultures ourselves. We do have other birds that undertake that role. But when we look at vultures, a lot of the time people think of them as being a little bit gross or despicable, but they do undertake a very important role. The vulture that I'd like to introduce you to, though, is the Andean condor. Cast your eyes up in this direction, you'll see Leslie.
Oh my god.
Wow. You're safe. Leslie, as the vulture, spends her time doing this. Feeding on carcasses. In doing so, she assists with stopping the spread of disease. So that helps us out, protects us from various diseases like anthrax and rabies. But to help her out, she has a number of adaptations, one of which is what appears to be that bald head. It isn't though, it's covered in small hair-like feathers, and that means any muck that gets on it can simply dry and flake on off, and she doesn't have many health issues herself. It makes eating the dead a very clean job. Over the last 10 to 15 years, so it's quite unfortunate to say that these birds' populations have dropped by around 90 to 99%. So that is rather devastating and has a huge ecological impact. As I mentioned, we don't have those vultures here in Australia, but birds, even in their very own backyard, that undertake similar role include those such as the Australian raven. So if we know they're out there looking after us, we do need to take a bit of care to look after them, because otherwise, they'll disappear.
They have tons of food. He ran away.
Now we have over 10,000 species of birds in the world. In Australia, we have 800 of them.
Wow.
Getting even narrower, 50 of those bird species in Australia happen to be the parrots. That makes us very, very lucky. So it means for many of us, all we have to do is head on out into our own backyard to experience these beautiful birds that are all around us.
Oh, beautiful. Nitro. Why won't the bird just run away? How did he? Look, it's free.
They stay here.
Maybe they like it here.
As we're expanding our towns and our cities, we're making many changes to the landscape. And unfortunately, not all birds can adapt to these impacts.
Only a few birds. There were only like 3 species of birds.
How do you think any fool your head, Dad?
Many birds live in tree hollows, and this provides them with a secure home, but also a place to nest and to thrive.
Here it goes.
You may not have an old hollow in your own backyard.